Alright, welcome back to Rickets Reef day, whatever it is. Yeah, rock. I changed the rockscape. Didn't like the way the old one was. I was actually thinking about getting rid of all my fish and just going full propagation tank. I'm really loving the corals. You know, the fish are great and all, but it's the corals that really do it for me. So, yeah, let's document the corals and some of their growth, and I'll show you the fish. As nice as they are. Anyway, alright. I guess we can quickly go over the fish. Here's the clowns. They're doing fine and dandy. They're actually looking bigger, which is nice. There is the Royal Grandma Jello. He's kind of doing fine. Custard and tuna. Oh, there's Custard. Playing hide and seek. Usually he's front and center as soon as I get here. Looks like he's trying to get cleaned by the cleaner shrimp. Pepper. He's doing good. Oh, and there's Tuna right in there. I don't know if you can see him. He's hiding. He's being shy. Okay, corals. Let's go. These red zoes are doing great in the light, but these premium zoes, the Purple Death and the Nuclear Green, are all hiding. They don't like the bright light, as you can tell. That one there is like bright light. But the ones under that have moved away from the light are open and doing fine. So I'm gonna find a better ledge. I tried putting them under this one, but it's still not enough ledge for them. I'll figure something out soon. Maybe I'll actually attach them to that rock there underneath the ledge and see how they do. Acan's doing grand. It's actually encrusted onto that rock there, so that's good news. Kind of make it hard to frag, but I'll probably just wait and see if it gets as big as the rock it's sitting on. The candy canes are doing good. They're a little sucked in right now because I've been flicking the light on and off trying to get a good light for the camera. The red mushrooms and the brown mushrooms, I'm thinking about selling this rock. Yeah, it's too much flow, too much light in this tank for them, it seems. They're just not as big and thriving as they were in the old tank. Frag rack is doing fine. Everything on the frag rack is doing fine. I've got some micro bubbles because I've been playing with the return pump and I've kind of boosted it up too high. We'll see. I've also got, as you can see, a lot of brown diatom, dusting, algae growth, microalgae. My cleanup crew is just not sufficient enough. I've got maybe 20 snails in here. I'm going to need at least another 20 more. Yeah, they just can't keep up. We'll see how that goes. I'm also switching in between bio pellets and vodka dosing, which means oh, let me just go turn off the dehumidifier. So, as I was saying, bio pellets and vodka dosing for carbon. I've had a bit of an overdose in carbon and bacteria, so I've got some extra bacteria in the tank. Anyway, back to the corals. This one in the back is just going crazy. There's tons of spikes. I'm getting some bone cutters later this week, so I will be doing a big frag job on ones like that. The red millipora there is doing grand. It's got some new spikes coming out. This one is just gorgeous. I'm gonna frag this one, probably that tip there. As you can see, there's some splits there. There's some new stalks here and there. So yeah, that'll be nice. This yellow stag I'm definitely gonna refrag also, cut off those dead tips and put less glue on the bottom so it can encrust a lot easier. Yeah, newbie mistake. This one in the back I like to call Peach Sherbet. It's got some new stalks coming up all over the place. Let's see here. Oops, that's that one. And this one is Green Acro. I don't know if it's growing anymore, but it seems to be. So that's good. Purple Stag, I actually knocked this one off its frag today. It's frag plug, so I just put it back on. This tort is just gorgeous. Colors are just stunning. This one here I call Lemonade. It's got some new stalks coming up all over the place. I'm going to frag that up because it's huge. It's encrusting on the rock there, as you can see, and on the back. This is the mystery frag. Not sure how to describe its color, but it's not that pretty, which means it'll probably never die. This is one of my favorites for sure. It's like a pale colors, pale green, pale purple. Little green polyps. So that's that side. The green egg can is doing okay. It's got some new mouths starting there. So that's nice to see. This one's not doing so hot. It's the cauliflower coral. It's got some STN on the other side that seems to have stopped, but we'll see. Bird's nest is doing fantastic. It's got tons of little new spikes all over the place. This one I like to call Lemonade. It's green with some greenish brown polyps. It's encrusting on the rock there. This millipore is doing amazing. It's got tons of little stalks coming out. Another piece of stag. You see it splitting on the top there. Oops. That's good. The neon orange Monty cap seems to be doing well. It's hard to tell new growth on it. On the other side there appears to be some, but not so much on this side, so we'll see. Yeah, this one's kind of boring brown, beige with brown polyps. Bit of a snooze fest, but it's got some new growth, which is cool. This one's nice, another purple flesh with green tips. And there's this guy back here, the bluey guy. It's got some blue tips on a greenish flesh. And the green slimer. Now this one, I don't know, I just moved him. He's not doing so hot. His flesh has gone kind of brownish and his polyps are still green, but I think it's too much light. If you see there, the flesh is still green with green polyps. And that doesn't get too much light, but everywhere else where it gets direct light, it's kind of washing out a bit. So maybe I'll move him somewhere duller. And what else? Oh, the leather coral. Probably going to sell him. You see that tear there? He gets those now in here. I think there's too much flow. He gets these little tears and they heal up in about a day. So I'm thinking I'll send him to a calmer tank. And lastly is the green star polyps. They're also not doing too great. I'm also worried about them just spreading all over the place and choking out the SPS, so I might actually get rid of them. And that's about it. Alright, here we are in the fish room area. It's a little dirty. I've been kind of rearranging things. This will eventually be frag tank, propagation tank. That's water change. And this is the quarantine tank. I've got the sponge filters and the sump, so they're keeping their bacteria alive and all that goodness. Yeah, I got my chemicals and stuff in there. Yeah, I've got my kind of makeshift DIY biopellet reactor going on there. My skimmer, I've had to do some interesting modifications to it. It seems that the pump gets better with time. Let me grab the flashlight. Yeah, the pump there, for some reason it kept overflowing the cup, or the foam would push the lid off. It gets stronger and stronger as days go on. So I made it so that the riser, the outlet, is above the water, flowing nicely onto that piece of acrylic. I got the tube going in the outlet just to keep it silent. Got an elastic around the cup lid to make sure it's down, and I've got the water level, you can see, right about there, and that keeps the skimming a little wetter so it disintegrates faster, goes down to the bottom. The skimmer's working great. Everything seems to be stable now, and that's that. Alright, take care.